Hey there, plant lovers, it's me, from Best Plant Friend, and we've got an exciting plant to chat about today, the Fiddle Leaf Fig, aka Ficus Lyrata. This plant is the superstar of the houseplant world, can reach up to 10 feet tall, perfect for making a bold statement in your living space with a floor-standing planter. But hey, if you're short on space or prefer a smaller version of this beauty, consider the Fiddle Leaf Fig Little Sunshine. It's the dwarf variety of the Ficus Lyrata, and its leaves are even brighter green. Both varieties are fantastic air purifiers, tackling toxins in the air. Before we start, it's important to note that all ficus plants have a sap that can be toxic to humans and pets. If you suspect your pet or your little one has taken a bite of your ficus, don't wait, seek medical care and get in touch with your vet ASAP. When it comes to light, Ficus Lyrata is a bit of a diva. This plant craves bright, but not blazing, indirect light. Put your ficus near an east or south-facing window, or anywhere it can soak up that filtered sunlight. It can handle a little bit of medium or low light for a short time, but sticking it in a dark corner will stunt its growth and mess with its leaf game. If your room's on the dim side, here's a tip. Grab yourself a full spectrum grow lamp to give your ficus the light it needs to thrive. This plant has a medium thirst and you don't want to overdo it. Wait until the top 2 inches of soil are good and dry before watering. Keep tabs on that soil moisture. Stick your finger in there or grab a trusty moisture meter to check. Don't forget to let all excess water drain out completely to ficus root rot. Temperature-wise, Ficus Lyrata loves to chill in your regular room temperature range, somewhere between 65 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Ficus Lyrata is a humidity enthusiast. Aim for a humidity level of at least 40 to 60% to keep your ficus happy. You can use a humidifier, give it a mist when the air gets dry, or even take it on a spa day in the bathroom. In terms of soil, your Ficus Lyrata needs well-draining, aerated, and nutritious soils that can retain some moisture. You can mix your own soil using potting soil, coconut coir, peat moss, and perlite. You can also add some bark chips and charcoal to increase aeration and drainage. It's recommended that you fertilize your plant during its growing season in spring to summer. You can dilute a liquid fertilizer and use it according to the instructions. Do not fertilize during fall and winter, and do not use fertilizers that will increase soil acidity. Another thing you need to take note of when caring for Ficus Lyrata is that this plant needs regular foliage cleaning. Ficus Lyrata has huge glossy leaves that attract all kinds of dust. That dirty layer blocks light and slows down photosynthesis and can hinder your plant's growth. Grab some warm water, give those leaves a gentle spray, and then use a soft cloth to wipe off the dust. When it comes to potting, remember that ficus plants don't like changes. They're like creatures of habit, and any major changes in their home can make them a bit droopy and shed some leaves. Only move it to a new pot when your plant is practically bursting out of its current pot, or there's some serious soil trouble like root rot or a pesky fungal infection. The new pot should be at least 10% larger than the previous one. The pot should have drainage holes and preferably made from porous materials like concrete, terracotta, or unglazed ceramic to increase drainage and aeration. Pruning is important and very helpful to Ficus Lyrata. First things first, get rid of dead or damaged leaves to save energy for new growth. Plus, a bit of light trimming here and there can give your plant's foliage some breathing room. Propagating Ficus Lyrata is super easy with stem cuttings in both water and soil. First, grab some stem cuttings with at least one node and a couple of leaves. Dip them in rooting hormone and plant them in well-draining houseplant soil or clean water. Next, place them in a well-lit spot away from direct sunlight. Then, keep the soil slightly moist if you're using soil, or change the water regularly for water propagation. In about a month, you'll see new roots forming. Indoor ficus trees rarely bloom or fruit through, mostly because they do not have as much light and humidity as outdoor plants do. Lyrata's figs are not toxic, but they don't taste good and can cause a mouth-drying effect. Lyrata is vulnerable to common houseplant pests. Ficus Lyrata also may have lots of leaf problems with different underlying issues. Make sure you check your plants often and treat those problems promptly. That's it for today's video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like and consider subscribing for more content. If you've got any questions or recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. Happy gardening!